There is no project that is more emotionally charged than doing a family's vacation home. These places come with long-held traditions and big expectations that can be hard to manage, especially when the family is your own. So here I am, out in the country, dealing with the trades, weather, the commute, my brother-in-law's timelines, and my sister's champagne taste.
Can you get me a cocktail?
My name is Danielle Bryk, and this is the story of our lakeside build. For my family, as for so many, the lake house is just in our DNA. Making the decision to tear down the old cabin and build a new lake house, as exciting as it is also incredibly emotional. So many of our memories are tied to this quaint little shack. Oh, she's really doing this. Terry, you're so stubborn. You are so,
You are stubborn, but it's like it's off now.
You know, for so many of us in my family, we're all reaching milestones where our kids are growing up and leaving, and so we've rolled all of that into this little building, and I think we've resisted it as long as we could.
That's one piece that we did not salvage.
Woo! From day one, I've been involved in the design and the concept of this lake house. There's a couple of challenges that I foresee working with my sister and brother-in-law. Just on a sort of superficial level, they have kind of different aesthetic tastes. Norman loved that cabin. He loved that man cavey type of space with old, you know, barnboard and dark and rich and masculine. And Terry loves that modern, big white box. And Norman's only wish was, don't give me a big white box. You know, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with that balancing act of creating that space that Terry likes, but with the soul and the texture that I know Norman wants.
Here, you work on that one. Yeah, these guys. I want to salvage the board on this shed so that I can put it all together and do a huge piece of art for the lake house, because it's got that amazing sort of weathered gray on it, and I just want to put it all together, make a massive, massive square, and then do something on it. I'm not sure what yet. We can put Terry in here and carry her down.
I'm watching from over here. I'm capturing this for our family videos.
Oh, you gotta go with them.
How satisfying was that?
All right.
You still have some more to burn,
It
but
feels crazy symbolic, doesn't it?
I know.
Don't you want to cry? These guys were babies when they came here for the first time, and now they're 18 and tearing down the old cabin. Are you guys sad that the old cottage is gone?
Well, as long as there's a new one.
All I know is that the new lake house is gonna be as passive as possible.
What does that mean?
It means not aggressive, no. Guys, you should actually care about this. It's a standard that
Means we're gonna lower our footprint as much as possible. The house is gonna be as self-sufficient as possible. We're gonna situate it so it's gonna take advantage of all the sun's natural heat and breezes. What's wrong with
Natural heat? I don't know if there's much natural heat.
Not right now, but you know, if you want your grandkids to inherit
Be passive and not aggressive.
never mind, it's not in your vocabulary, never mind.
Passive house is important to all of us. We've installed triple glazed windows, we've got a massive south-facing door, and we've sealed the house and we've wrapped it in a wood siding. We're about to tackle insulation and drywall, but before that, because I'm a designer, I need to wrap my mind around the heart of the home, which is gonna be in this great room, because this is the space that we're gonna be spending most of our time as a family. Our extended family is huge, and this room needs to hold all of us. Norman has this incredible collection of classic movies, and ever since the kids were wee, At night, everybody would get together and watch these old films. It may seem a little premature, but I've got to take Terry couch shopping. This room is all about gathering. It's all about family. We need a big couch to fit our big family.
And family's so much fun. Working with family's the best.
Anyway, this is the sofa that fits. And actually, do you see how it's modular? So we could actually, depending on who's watching what, you can move that. I want to just double check. Yeah, 111. That's what I have it as.
Right.
Okay,
obviously.
and then just so you're clear, there's only going to be about this much space between it and the wall.
The wall with the windows and the TV?
Do I need to show it to you again?
No, you
I
don't.
just showed
Please
it to you.
Don't take out your computer.
But
don't, please, don't.
Okay.
It's killing me. Oh my God.
But that's how
I'm just
I
saying
showed you. There's only
Okay, but-
about 2 feet.
Honestly, like, it's not magic. You can't have everything. So either you have the sofa that is big enough to seat the whole family, or you have a shorter one that is shifted closer to the TV so you're closer. But this is something that the entire family could sit on after dinner, playing charades, playing all the board games.
I know.
And
I
how many
have
kids-
a hard time, like, just.
Visualizing, which is why I was going to show you on the floor plan for the 4th time today. For the 4th time
You
today.
know, taking out that computer and showing me those lines
doesn't
isn't
do it for
really no. When you actually go into somebody's lake house or home or
Well, that's
or
why-
a vacation place, and then you go in, you go, oh, it doesn't look anything like the plan.
You look comfortable on that sofa. You look good. It makes your skin tone look good.
Oh, you're trying to
10
butter
years
me
younger
up.
in that sofa.
Butter me up. I know. Okay.
What's this? That's for
The
the
dog bag, matching dog bed.
That's great. I like it.
Now,
I think
what
it's
is
a
this
steal. I think
Light
it's a
that you're
find.
confusing me with.
I'm not confusing
what
you.
About
I'm just
this
saying.
light, though.
I love this light. I have this in my dining room, except I've got the white. I do think.
Do you like
the
that
shape.
netting, or does it look too much like you're catching fish with it?
I like that about it. It's a lake house. Let's play it up a little.
Oh, wait a minute.
like catching-
We're going fishing, but let's
Take the light
Terry's
fixture.
light fixture and
Come
scoop up all
on,
those
double
fish.
duty. It can multitask.
Oh my God. Oh.
I like it. Look at that.
We used to go out and wash our hair in the rain.
Yeah, we did. Look how pretty the lake is right now.
I know, it's gorgeous.
We should bring that color in here a little bit.
What color? The green?
Aqua.
Wow.
Just
okay.
a little bit.
All right.
But go over there. Look, I'm going to show you how big the sofa is, okay?
Well, where?
Right there, where it's going to go. It's not going to go in the middle of the walkway, is
Well,
it?
there's a thing here.
Well, scratch yourself on it. I don't care.
Like, oh my God.
Okay, 9'3". There. See, now you know why the 11-footer was too tight.
But the 9-foot is too, like, it's huge now.
I'm going to scratch your eyeballs out,
Oh.
which is why I wanted
Ow.
to show you on the floor plan exactly where it was going to go. That's why I wanted to take my handy-dandy notebook out to show you, and you said, don't take out your laptop to show me the floor plan one more time.
No, because this is more, this is reality. This is, I know this now. Like, I can't believe it's 9
You would have
feet. So
look,
how far?
right there, where that hand is, only it's lower. There's plenty of clearance on each side. And then it's also, stay there, because I told you have to cheat it a little bit. Cheat it that way a little. That's where it's going to have to start. And then you've got your 2 feet on this side, which is, again, plenty of room to walk.
This is way too big. This couch is way too big. Even Norman said. And we already...
Terry, I showed
Okay.
it to you on the floor plan. That's why I wanted to show it to you.
If you want to be inside...
I'm kind of milking it a bit with Terry. I'm having some fun, but it is true that at the end of the day, I'm responsible for a lot of stuff that I have absolutely no control over.
You're such a bitch. Oh my God, I get on my own table. Whoa.
Terry just has to trust me on the sofa. I mean, some weekends there are 15, 20 people here. We've even had to add another bathroom, which means we're upgrading the septic system.
So this is the existing raised bed, raised septic bed. The reason they call it raised is because it gets pumped up from a holding tank down below, and it's fluids that are pumped up here. So because we put an extra bathroom in this home, we have to put one additional pipe in this bed. What we're gonna do is clear this right off, find the old pipes, and build a new pipe system in here. I think all these new rules for the septics are good. You know, it's definitely not gonna hurt. We got a beautiful lake here, and we wanna keep it that way. So yeah, I think it's really good that these new rules are in place. It makes it really hard for people to build here though now. You know, a lot of people need almost 2 lots to get enough room for their septic, and so yeah, it's a big issue. They're making everyone build further back from the water now too. You know, you need a good sized lot to build a home or a cottage and get the septic in. And then leave yourself enough room to park.
One of the basic tenets with a passive house system is insulate, insulate, insulate. Our intention is to go above the required R value.
Terry and Danielle want to keep this, you know, a fairly green build, you know, not too hard on the carbon footprint. So they want it well insulated. They don't want it to cost a fortune to heat it. That's why we're going to be doing insulation all around the house, on the exterior, R50 in the ceiling. Everything will be done to code them.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
That is so funny. This is bringing back memories. I did this in my own house, in my own attic.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you can rent the machine.
I did rent it, and Terry helped me out, but it was awesome. It works really well. So we're going to R50 up here?
Yeah, this is just allowing us to fill in the gaps where the bats of insulation are in between the truss, the roof truss, and it leaves gaps. So this falls in the gaps and helps just put a nice solid blanket over the bats.
Yeah, it helps seal it all up.
That's right.
So there are a lot of different ways to do insulation. Terry and Norman did not want to use spray foam. For whatever reason, off-gassing or whatever their belief was, this is a great alternative. It's what I suggested. It's the fiberglass insulation that's blown in, and it makes them feel easy about their environment. And plus the big pink tube is so much fun. I love it. Okay, I'm going out. Ooh, got a good chunk. We're taking this whole idea of a passive house and we're extending it to the landscape. The landscape is a huge part of all of this. And Terry's never more passive than when she's not here. So.
We can't plant anything with really deep roots on top of a septic bed. So I want to use periwinkle because periwinkle grows here indigenously. So it thrives in this environment. It's gonna require no maintenance, no watering, and it's free.
See, you have like an instant garden.
What do you mean an instant garden? It looks like mud.
Terry really wants to use grass, which I think is a mistake for the lake house.
I planted the periwinkle.
I knew you'd do that.
By next summer, this is gonna be like lush and green and you wouldn't have had to lift a pretty little finger.
Full disclosure, I did take it upon myself to dig up some of the periwinkle on the side of the house and plant it on the septic field without Terry's permission.
Well, you didn't tell me about this.
Well, I mean, you can take it out if you don't like it, but honestly, it's gonna be, it's brilliant. It'll be covering, we don't have to maintain it. It's good for the environment. You said you cared about the environment.
Yeah, but I don't want a bald thing with little...
Babe.
God, what the hell?
Relax.
What do you relax? Oh my God.
Hey guys.
The garden is the perfect opportunity to bring this idea of passive house to the environment. Because why plant something that requires all of this maintenance? If you plant things that thrive naturally in this environment, you're not going to need to water as often. You're not going to need the herbicides and pesticides. I mean, we're right beside a lake. You don't want to worry about runoff. It's just, you know, to me, it just makes perfect sense.
Well, what about those things that you forgot?
Pardon me?
The ones that we took out.
Yeah, we have to put those in. I see you wore your gardening clothes. You go put it in. Use your pointy little
what the
boot.
hell? I didn't know you were going to do all this.
Use your pointy little boot to dig a hole for the rhododendron.
Well, is that going to take right away?
Oh, this is good. Look, they're building the form for the stair, for the
Right.
concrete stair. That'll be nice.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I see you wore your sensible shoes again.
Well, I forgot my rubber boots.
Did you forget we were coming to the lake
No,
house?
you rushed me out of it.
We had to get this poured so that we can get the drywall in. Well, the homeowners insisted on a concrete step here, just white concrete. I kind of thought maybe it should be toned down with some dye, like a light gray or something, but that's what we did. We did what the homeowner wanted, white concrete. Right here, Riley. We're gonna put a slab of stone here, just for a step for them. Right now we got 14-inch rise, and we gotta get something in here so everybody can get in and out. And hopefully they like the stone we're gonna put in here. You know, with patterned concrete, you gotta keep a sealer on it. Kind of looks, you know, blah. With the natural stone, they're maintenance free.
I love as much as possible to use these kind of rough-hewn natural materials, natural stones, all of those kind of things that I do plan to bring into the lake house to add some character. But I've got to tell you, I really am enjoying this kind of blank canvas as a starting point, this big white box. Terry and I are working together to create this modern space that she really wants. And that begins with drywall. And we are not doing any trim work around the doors. We're not doing any baseboards. We are keeping it so minimal.
Everything is drywall. There's no trim on the house whatsoever. So that makes it really considerably more detailed and harder to get finished.
A lot of people are hesitant to use drywall in a house that's by the water because they're worried about temperature fluctuations, humidity, there could be a potential for mold. But because of what we've done to the envelope of this house, this is a passive house, we're never gonna have those fluctuations in temperature or humidity. So this drywall is gonna last a lifetime.
I think you would go a long way to find flaw in all this drywall. I'm not sure that there isn't somewhere, but I haven't found it yet, so there's a good chance no one else will either.
While Jim and his crew are doing the big white box back at the lake house, I am driving through nature's own big white box on the way to my workshop. I've been teasing my sister about this whole like wabi-sabi, hygge kind of a thing. And what I'm doing today actually totally encompasses both. It's the idea of using older materials and celebrating their patina. And then hygge is like that warm, cozy kind of feel. And that's what I want to bring into the lake house, because it's this big modern building right now. We need some character in there. These are the old boards from the shed that I took down with the boys, and I'm actually going to repurpose them and make an abstract piece of art for the lake house. I learned about this concept called wabi-sabi, which is a Japanese concept, and it really talks about natural materials and the way they age, the way they patina, and how they become even more beautiful having survived life, having had somebody walk all over those floors over the years. That wood is even more beautiful. And so that was kind of the inspiration behind this lake house. So these are gonna span the back of all 5 pieces, and then I need a piece going across. This is gonna end up being 5 feet wide and 6.5 feet tall, so it's huge, but the scale of those walls is huge. So we need to cover them. We need to have, you know, the proper scale. So I need a 1.5 inch nail. The cross piece is really important because, you know, the whole thing can kind of like shift otherwise. Norman would be happy to have something on the walls that brings a little bit of warmth. And I'm just gonna tell Terry I bought it at a really expensive store. I love it. I don't know if my clients are gonna love it. I think they will, actually. I think it's gonna look really cool once it's up. Got it. It's not light, is it?
No, it's not.
I am gonna have to do a French cleat or something because it's really heavy. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I mean, it is a big white box, but it's a pretty big white box. Okay, I think we're gonna put this beast over this way. Oh, look, it's not a big white box anymore. It's got reclaimed wood. I actually love the gray in here. I think it looks amazing, actually.
Yeah, it looks good.
I think I might, like, extend the white, though, a little bit. I love it. And I think Terry's gonna love it. And I hope Norman's gonna love it. And I know that that sofa is gonna look amazing in here. Oh, I almost don't want to put anything in here because that water is so beautiful. You know what, can you help me? Remember the couch? I'm gonna like map it out here.
Okay.
Just to make sure that, that it's actually gonna fit. I'm gonna start it, because it's gonna be really close to the wall, actually.
Okay.
This place starts and ends with that lake view. So between the massive couch and the huge harvest table that I have planned for the kitchen, we're gonna have plenty of seating to choose from to soak it all in. Like, it's all sofa, but that's what we need. Like, there's so many of us. It's like that big L shape. So it's there to there, TV here, big TV here, and then the fireplace in the corner here.
That'll be cozy.
It'll be so cozy.
It will, yeah.
Because, like, one of the things that we all love doing is watching movies at the end of the day. So, like, we're all gonna be able to fit here pretty much. See, I think, oh, this is a great view. This is a really good seat. Terry's got nothing to worry about. This is awesome.